LAQ Chapter 13 means long answer type question. Chapter 13. Differentiate between biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. This is our question number 1. Now come to its answer. Biodegradable waste. Waste that can be broken down into simpler compounds by the action of microbes are known as biodegradable waste. For example, wood, paper, agricultural waste and kitchen waste, etc. Children, we can say the waste which comes from plants and animals. They all are biodegradable because they can be broken down or decomposed into simpler compound by the action of microorganism. Now second type, non-biodegradable waste. Waste that cannot be broken down by the action of microbes into simpler compounds are known as non-biodegradable waste. For example, pesticides, DDT, plastics, aluminum foil, glass, etc. These are all substances which cannot be broken down by microorganisms and remain as such in the nature. So these are non-biodegradable waste. Question 2. In what ways is nature responsible for air pollution? Means how air pollutions cause due to the natural reasons. Come to its answer. Nature is responsible for air pollution as some natural phenomena like forest fires, dust storms, volcanoes and decaying organic matter cause air pollution. Children, these natural phenomena like forest fire, dust storms, volcanic eruption and the decaying of the organic matter. So these release some harmful gases, so they cause air pollutions. Question 3. Differentiate between bin composting and vermicomposting. Children, you have to tell the difference between bin composting and vermicomposting. Now come to its answer. Bin composting. Compost is prepared in households by using a box or pot with holes. A mixture of food and organic waste is put in layer with the soil in the pot. Means first we put organic waste material and then soil and then organic waste material and then soil. So they are put in layers and water is added in regular interval. Then the compost become ready in a span of 1 month. But this takes a time of 1 month to make a compost. And compost is prepared in a box. Vermicomposting. It is the process of composting in which earthworm or red worms, these are used for decaying waste. Means the process is same but some earthworm or red worms, so these are also used. So it takes longer to get ready due to slow decaying process but have greater humus content. Question number 4. What is greenhouse effect? How is it responsible for global warming? Now its answer. Greenhouse effect. Envelope of air around earth. This is called atmosphere and it contains some gases like water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide and ozone. So these gases trap heat radiations in the atmosphere and prevent their escape. So these gases are also called greenhouse gases. So this increase the warmth that result in a rise in average temperature and this is known as greenhouse effect. Children, greenhouse effect increases the earth temperature. Increase in average temperature of earth due to greenhouse effect. So this is known as global warming, and it results in change in seasons, melting of glaciers, heavy rains and floods and drought. It has a cumulative effect. Question number 5. What is biogas? Write 4 benefits of biogas. Now, biogas. It is produced by the decomposition of organic matter, prominently dung of animals, in the absence of oxygen. It is produced by decomposition of organic matter, or the main organic matter is dung of animals like cow dung in the absence of oxygen. The main component of the biogas, so this is methane. Methane is a gas and which is inflammable to be used for cooking. Now, 4 benefits of biogas. So these are as follows. First, it provides a non-polluting and renewable source of energy. Biogas is non-polluting and renewable. Renewable means which can be renewed again and again. Now, second point, it leads to improvement in the environment, sanitation and hygiene. Biogas production leads to improvement in the environment because it doesn't cause any pollution on burning. Sanitation and hygiene because the organic waste material like dung of the animals, so these are used, so this leads to cleanliness of the surrounding. Third point, it is a cheap source of fuel, means its cost is not very high and it can be used for cooking food. Fourth, its product is good manure for crops. After biogas production, whatever is left, so this is used as a manure for the crops. So everything, the waste material, they are used. Biogas is produced. Manure is also produced by biogas production. Question 6. Write methods of reducing waste. Children, in this question, you have to write methods. How can we reduce waste? Now, answer methods of reducing waste. So, these are as follows. First, recycling. It means processing the used material into new and useful products. It uses less energy and this is significant way of controlling air, water and land pollution. Means by recycling, by using the things again in a useful way. So this also leads to reduction in different types of pollution. Second point is reusing. Some household items can be reused in different activities and needs of daily life. Household items like the jam bottles, so they can be reused for placing some kitchen material, so they prove to be useful. Now, third is storage. Cooked food and vegetables can be stored at low temperature in refrigeration and can be saved from decaying by keeping the food and vegetables properly at low temperature. So this also prevent their spoilage. And the last point is composting. It is the method to reduce organic waste by making manure or growing crops. Question number 7. Write 2 methods to control air pollution, water pollution, land pollution. Come to its answer. Methods to control pollutions are as following. First, air pollution. Air pollution. First, we should not burn any waste material like crop waste, plastics, leaves, etc. All such waste material must be dumped into landfill sites. Second is we should use CNG in transport. as far as possible for commuting. Now, water pollution. Water containing pollutants must be treated before use. And the second point is insecticides and pesticides should not be used excessively. The farmer should use them in proper dose in the field. Now, the land pollution. Waste material should not be thrown in dustbin and at dumping sites and not in the open. We have to throw waste material only in the dustbin, not at any place. Second point is we should reduce the use of plastic and chemicals which pollute the soil.